Why, hello there. Greetings and welcome back to this small Let's Play of a game called Shakin 2, Prosecutor's Path. I'm the Divine Path is about my fantastic brother, and it's very nice to meet all of you. Sorry about how I was like last time. I was really tired, and I was still trying to get just about an hour done at least at the very start, so that didn't quite work as I intended it to. Still tired, but at least now I'm semi-coherent, and that's very great. I just want to say, like, Gustavia's theme, I absolutely adore. I like him. I like him a lot. Wow. That's good of him. With they like to push your partner out. Anyway, maybe I can present something to you. Oops. That's the right menu. This is Jeff's teapot. I want to think on some sort of good I want to do a good impression of them if I can. The name next to me I think is probably either French or Italian. I'm not sure. I'm not positive what sort of being that is, even though his mannerisms are very samurai-esque. My apologies. I was meditating. What did you ask, sir, detective? Wait, okay, so that's the same thing, then. And this piece of... I'm a defense attorney. And this piece of evidence... And this piece of evidence... Meditating again? I guess if it doesn't catch his interest, Waker, he won't even give it a glance. So... The title of world's greatest pastry chef. I intend to achieve it through this contest. Afterwards, if I am able to master my design, training, and terroir, I shall be recognized as a first-class pastry chef in both cooking and design. I would think the order I would have reversed. Oh. So, yeah, that's Castalia. I know we'll probably be seeing a lot more of them, given her has a character theme. He and his red attire outfit. I'm gonna check everything in this room, so the question is, what haven't I seen at this point? Apparently there's something I missed, yeah. I wonder what. That's what the body was, I guess. It seems that the body was discovered inside this chocolate treasure chest. Treasure chest. The white person discovered it with the white person? Whoa! I'm not sure where that came from. Wow. The person discovered it was Miss Hall. Mr. Master, are you in here? Are you in here? She heard the sound of something break and sat out of the room and came in. Okay, now we have sufficient logic to make the connection. I would like a little more information about this. What's this? Something has been dropped inside this treasure chest. It seems to be some kind of seal with a sign and initials carved into it. That's okay. Or rather, okay. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be okay. Given that typically in French, the H is silent. It looks like a signet crest. Was it the victims? You do a crap basket. I don't know, it was the victims, but we take it for now. Take it for now. Send a quest added to the core record. Gosh. Detective Bad, I would like you to tell me about the state of the victim. If you need a photo of the body, here, look at it. Alright. It seems to be, okay, so cause of death definitely must have been, beaten to death. It seems the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. That seems to be the case, and then, I would say because of the way the blood is pooling, I don't know. It seems like it's not a whole lot of blood, but I wouldn't think that possibly the victim was already inside the chocolate chest when they did. And maybe what beat them to death was more that they were hitting their head. He was hitting his head. Wait, like profile. I forgot who the victim was. Great, Isaac Dover. That was it. He may have been hitting his head while Moses was creating his dessert, without realizing that Dover was inside. Has the murder weapon been found? You trap after asking the prosecutor in charge later. It seems he doesn't intend to tell me frankly. So, may I borrow this photograph? Sure. It's not a photo that was taken by the police. Miss Hall took a photo of the body with an instant camera when she discovered it. An instant camera? Camera? Is that like a disposable camera? An instant camera is a camera that can develop its film right after taking a picture. Such a convenient camera exists. Anyway, let's go over the state of the crime scene a bit. This photo, upon closer examination, contradicts the state of the crime scene. Okay, and that's of course the blood. Where the crap is the blood? I had to deduce the contradiction to resolve this matter. I think at least that's the issue. Alright. The first thing first. Breaking sound, broken sound. I believe that those are connected. Yup. Due to the broken sound, the ship lost its balance. It would seem Miss Hall entered the room upon hearing the ship collapse. Yeah, when Miss Hall entered the room, the ship had already fallen over. At any rate, I wonder why the stand broke. Maybe there was something wrong with the ship's valence in the first place. Is that really true? I don't believe that's necessarily the case. Someone must have been here. Now I think these two things might be connected. But I'm going to let it be for now, just in case, because I don't want to mess up like this, honestly. Okay, let's go here and let's deduce what's wrong. And I want to say, wait, good. That much is true. But what I want to say is the blood. Is this spot somewhere connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Eureka!
That's an interesting voice. Are you sure the only thing the police removed from the crime scene was the body? They also took away the piece of cloth the body was wrapped in. In that case, a major contradiction has been created at the crime scene. Contradiction? Detective Bat, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The blood stain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared. I definitely didn't get any reports about the blood stain being cleared up. I'll check with forensics. So someone must have done that before you got there. Mr. Edgeworth, what happened? Comparing the photo and the crime scene, something struck me as being out of place. In the photo, the chocolate underneath the body remained intact inside the treasure chest. However, in the actual crime scene, it's missing. The chocolate with the blood stain had completely vanished. Yes. You know what? It's really taxing, so I'm just gonna go with my usual Edgewood voice. Yes. Did the police remove it, or was this the work of a criminal? According to forensics, no one is clean of any bloodstains. I see. Well, that would mean someone erased the bloodstain. Who knows? This is kind of, taxing right now. Sorry. I had to do that, I guess. So, I believe that crime piece part of the crime scene is over with. Now it's time for more logic. Why the stand broke? I want to say, for the same reason that someone was beaten to death. The same way that... Darn it! I don't think these pieces will fit together. I mean, honestly, I feel like, assuming there's a struggle, even though we have yet to see any special signs of this, it feels like something that makes sense. But I guess, we first have to establish that someone must have been here to tamper with things. Each of Mr. Moss's works had the piece that was missing. Add to that the fact that the ship's chocolate stand was broken. I think we can surmise that someone ransacked his room. And the one who did it could be the true culprit. That I don't know. But I think it's safe to say that the ship's stand got broken when the room was ransacked. And when the ship fell over, it broke the treasure chest lid. I expect the lid of the treasure chest was originally closed. That seems to be the case, yeah. What is this all over this panel? This is fire alarm. Oh, let me say in advance. That's not a dessert. That's the real deal. You press there, and the alarm will sound, and security will come into contact. I understand you want to press it and see what happens, but please restrain yourself. No, I didn't particularly feel like pressing it. It's because you're a defense attorney. That is really weird in his younger years. I don't think being a defense attorney has anything to do with it. This ink, encased without whichever the captain's log of a chocolate ship, which is also made out of chocolate. It serves italics, journal of regret. Learning how to roam while drifting to Red Sea has really made me read with regret, it reads. I don't know what kind of voyage it was, but it doesn't seem very regretful. It seems the title of this work is written here. Indigo patterns. Thorns. There's no chanting dessert, isn't it? It reads like my heart has also been caught. Quite. It seems so resistant has a sense of beauty. Speaking of which, I too have had my heart caught by this assert. Mr. Edgeworth is the good Stalia Bresni. Raymond, it's not the sort of thing you'd want to blow your own phone about. Sir Defense Attorney, it seems your sense of words is lacking. Mr. Edgeworth made a joke. I better make a memo about this, and then just digest it. Yes, exactly which part of what I said was a joke. Are you really that... Wait a second, I see this. These finger marks are... These are unidentified finger marks. We don't know who they belong to. It says, no fingerprints were left behind. Finger marks without fingerprints. This might be related to the case. Well, we can establish how they come in handy later. Okay. Maybe find traces of chocolate on someone's fingers. There's a mystery. He was probably wearing gloves. Assuming... Okay, alright, sure. Detective Bad like dreams and romance. I don't think there are any dreams of romance in the murder scene. Chill. Okay. Are you alright, Raymond? The room is way too cold. Cold. That was kind of cute. The fountain patient wasn't very warm either. The room certainly is cold. Do you want to wear my coat? Nope, I'm fine. Because that's something you promised to give me when I become a defense attorney. Yeah, that's right. Why is the temperature turned down so low? It's been turned down in order to maintain the chocolate temperature. Why don't you try opening the panel cover on that wall? On that wall. Panel cover. Whoa, there's a secret panel hidden there. Those control panels installed in all the rooms so master prepared. So as not to attract from such presentation, the cover was closed to conceal it. What does that panel do? It allows you to change the temperature and the lighting in the room. In order to preserve any temperature disturbed, it can go down to about -22 Fahrenheit. The room would be like a freezer. Okay. Well, I'm not an expert on Fahrenheit, so I'm not entirely sure how cold that is. I don't remember what the neutral point was. It said the 59 Fahrenheit. No wonder I thought it was cold. Is that the bad? I'm not allowed to change the temperature, am I? Preserving the crime scene as the foundation of being a detective. But I'm not a detective. A defense attorney can't recklessly damage a crime scene either. Indeed, sure, Assistant. Enduring hardship is also a part of dream. And in order to preserve chocolate, 59 Fahrenheit and 64 is the ideal temperature. The ideal temperature for chocolate, as explained to the researcher. No, it is but a trifle. This is a basic knowledge that anyone should know if they're a researcher. So, what's the ideal temperature for candy and fresh cream? Used to have a real sweet tooth back then. Well, enough to warrant going off topic like this. So long as you watch out for humidity and hot temperatures, candy should be made. For fresh cream, around 50 Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. We need to watch out for the humidity and hot temperatures for candy. I see. Detective Bad, he seemed a bit happy when they were talking about candy. Is candy one of his favorite things? Finally complete. Wow. Yay. Still kinda tired, but I'm managing at least. It seems our investigation on this room is just about over. That's great. This should make it clear. Jeff Masters is the culprit. That's not how you do a job, this is the bad. But don't worry, we'll prove you wrong. Why? All of us in the mansion were locked from the inside. And the only way to open up from the outside was to use this key to mansion. That you know of, at least. Do you know who had the key? Master is the only one with the key. There were no spare keys. This means that an alternate way in must have been taken. By using the mansion key, Master could enter all contested rooms. Of course, the key could also lock it from the outside. However, Mr. Moss's room is currently unlocked. Yeah, that's why I suspect Masters is the culprit. I'd like to hear your reasoning in more detail. Alright, first confrontation, I guess. If the body had been bad or locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect. That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room locked. and to ensure that the body was seen, Master broke the lid on his treasure chest. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room. That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away. Contrary to his expectations, the body was discovered from his home. That's my reason for suspecting Master. Got that? He's attorney. So you also think it was Mr. Master himself who vandalized this room? Yeah. You defense attorneys believe that justice lies in trusting your clients. But I'm a detective. If I believe every poor sap's story, I'll let the suspicious woman get away. I understand your reasoning thoroughly. However, I'd like you to hear my thoughts on the subject now. Okay, I can face a bit back into what I had in mind. Fine. Detective Bad believes that he is right, but I won't give up so easily. I can't accept his reasoning. I'll have to show him evidence that contradicts it. Okay, when the body had been found along where a massive would have been the crime setting. Isn't it a little premature to suspect Mr. Masters on those grounds alone? It's a little premature for you to be object. That was not an addiction. That was a request for you to halt. This way, slam done. Just press everything. You left it unlocked, and the door had been locked. Master would be the only one who could commit the crime. Well, maybe the door just happened to be locked. There, maybe the body just happened to be lying open, waiting to be discovered. Well, do you think you can become a good detective with logic like that? But I don't want to be a detective, I want to be a defense attorney. I want to be a defense attorney. I hope he isn't trying to steal my apprentice. Master had a reason to leave the door unlocked. You believe the broken lid was Mr. Master's doing? Yes, but he hadn't done that. The body had been found. It doesn't seem likely that he would break his own word while he was judging the contest. That's right. Master Jeff would never waste a good dessert. On a piece of cake, he even eats them while dancing. That TV shows are relevant here. Detective Bad, you know about piece of cake? And I didn't even know of it. What? This is a surprise. So, do you sing the song too? That's a bit. Oh wow, young Ray is really a dog. That's irrelevant. He totally did. Busted. Anyway, the one who broke the lid on the treasure chest was Master. You must feel really betrayed. The judging began in the Mr. Gustavo's room, right? Yeah. I too was looking forward to seeing this candy craft. If you would like, I can put on display of my candy craft for you right now. Where's it now? Let me guess. That was meant to be a dog. But it's instead a pig. Or vice versa. What do you think? It represents a detective. Is that supposed to be a police dog? No. This is a wolf. Good. Lone wolf. Not bad. Where will my candy for me? I'm kind of curious myself. Moving on. You're paying attention, I guess. That's good to know. Hello. Do you know the time of the murder? We're still waiting on the autopsy report. Without the autopsy report, how could you have arrested Mr. Master? That's another thing. You should do a thorough investigation before you indict someone. We don't know the time of death. We do know when the body was discovered. It was discovered while Master was judging things with starving for it. I believe he let the body be discovered to create an alibi. But that alone is not enough to arrest Mr. Master, right? Who knows? That's all I intend to say. Detective Bad, are you hiding something? Detective Bad seems adamant that Mr. Master is the culprit. I don't think Mr. Master Jeff would have broken his own creations, but why was the treasure chest broken then? Just think back to the situation in which the body was found. In doing so, we should be able to see the contradiction in Bad's reasoning. Okay, so he's saying that the body was found in a locked room. Inside the chest, he suspects that discovering the body was intentional. Like that was intentional so that to create an alibi. But because it has the key, and because it was found in his insert, it means that no other person could have done it. Someone else assumes the windows and door locked. He did. And the shoulder of the body was seen must have broken the lid in the treasure chest. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that really the case? Did it really break like that? I wonder. Broke the chest. Broke the chest. Doesn't quite seem. The victim's body was found in the treasure chest made of chocolate in Jeff Master's room. The cause of death seems to be a hard blow to a head by a blunt object. Some circumstances are claimed in a body. I don't think that was intentional. But I'm not sure.
Objection!
So it seems problematic, even so. Originally, the victim's body was hidden inside the chocolate treasure chest. The Tor entered the room when she heard a sound. I think it is likely that this was the sound of the chocolate chip falling over. Yeah, that's why you would think what you would think, just by looking at the crime scene. You said that Mr. Master broke the treasure chest lid himself. But this photo shows that the ship's fall caused the lid to break. If the lid broke just before Miss Hall found the body, then Mr. Master, who was in the middle of judging, could not have broken it. Okay, makes sense. Never said that Master broke the lid directly. The ship was set out to fall during the judging. I believe he tampered with the stand.
Objection!
Do you have proof he tampered with it? No, the investigation isn't completely over yet. In which case you probably should not be arresting him and indicting him as anything but a suspect. It seems they still haven't found anything conclusive. Have you found any other fingerprints other than Mr. Master's in his room? Yeah, there were some black in the door. But the victim, Dover, and Master were also among the fingerprints left behind. Before we made our search, we are gathered here to have the judging explained to us. Perhaps that was when we left those fingerprints. But you didn't find the fingerprints in the worksmith's room? What? What? Someone tampered with the chocolate in this room. So perhaps there are other fingerprints on it, apart from Mr. Master's. matter what with that. It won't clear up their suspicion. Not yet. You have all the time in the world to do so. Labby, hurry up and dust the chalk of the fingerprint. Roger that, sir. Detective Bad, we found another person's fingerprints on all the chocolates in the room. That's very convenient. Whose fingerprints? They belong to a pastry chap by the name of Delicia. Delicia? What's her name? Delicia Pasty? Or something? I don't know. Good work. Return to investigation. Yes, sir. It would seem that there are other suspicious people besides Mr. Master after all. I don't need a fancy attorney to tell me that. I'm not self-mad investigation. No one told you to stop. We're telling you to keep doing it at it, so you don't jump to conclusions. Well, Jess, go and listen to what this Delicia has to say. Delicia, Gustave told her about us not long ago. Surely a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal. Mr. Edward, this Delicia lady sounds mighty suspicious to me. It seems that it will be necessary for us to speak to her directly as well. I realized my first instinct about Ray was it's kind of a bit off, and he is probably the one with a southern accent. But I'm trying. Hello, Detective Bad, would you allow us to accompany you? I'm not obligated to do that. What? But you were the one who discovered the truths of the crime scene. Bad, have it your way. Follow me. Detective Bad, thank you. Bad, thank you. Detective Bad, sir, are you sure about that? Right now, the prosecutor is in the room. It's probably going to be, von Karma. Doesn't matter. Don't see out to Yeah? What's the prosecutor in charge in this case anyway? Now for von Karma. Anyway, what? Von Karma is in charge. Karma is in charge? The guy hasn't lost a case in 25 years. And definitely not, by the most ethical means. Manfred von Karma, the living legend of the prosecutor's office. The rumors of his courtroom performance are to be believed. He's a man who would do anything for a guilty verdict. No matter what kind of prosecutor he is, I can only hold true to the path I believe in. Seriously, it was really draining. even though I was having fun. Oh well. Okay, so before anything else, I would like to check my profiles, so I have an idea. Delicious Stones, we don't know how she looks like yet. Let's see, Gustavia, because I do need to make a habit of reading my profiles when I can. Yeah, okay, it works. That, okay. Doa, Isaac Doa. I wonder what the pun in his name is, because I don't quite get it, honestly. Isaac Doa. Jeffrey Master, Shields. Alright. Wow, a candy console. And there are even some photos over there. That is quite impressive. And also many ingredients must have went into this room. Seems to be structured the same way as massive room. I think I'm a bit better now at least, so that's great. But it's nowhere near as cold. This room also seems to have been fitted with temperature control panels. Ah, it's over there. Oh, what about that? That. Great translation. Hello. It's over by that orange lamp, right? Indeed. Let's not forget to investigate it later. Even so, the room is like something out of a fairy tale. Is this cream-covered castle delicious work? Probably. Where is delicious? Oi! Can I help you? Interesting character design that. Hello, boys. I'm Delicious Scones. It's probably British. I'm Delicious Scones. In my native England, I'm known as Miss Delicious. Here's to you, love. Sorry. Being called a boy, even though I'm already 34. It's certainly a rare experience. Not too boyish, you, no. Boys? I understand you calling me that, but Mr. Edgeworth? As far as I'm concerned, you're all boys to me, even that detective over there. My name is Bear, not Boy. The real boy. Oh, sorry. Just perfect opportunity. Oh well. Just how old is this woman? If I recall, no. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Turning, let's just finish out this here. Right. I just remember something by chance that she's apparently one of the oldest characters here, or maybe if I'm not wrong. I have an idea who that is. You. It's been ages. You know what? I actually wanted to go and listen over something I did. I'll be right back. You. What do you think you are doing? Conversing with a mere attorney? Something like that, maybe? I don't know. Mr. Edgeworth, a scary man came out of the candy castle. From Karma. Eh? This man is Prosecutor from Karma? Yeah, Nani? He's from Karma. Pleased to meet you, Prosecutor von Karma. My name is Gregory Edgeworth, defense attorney. Bah! I have no interest in the names of defense attorneys. You should learn this man's name. Karma, von Karma. After all, they only exist to be crushed by me. What a rude man. That piercing gaze in front of bro. It didn't scare on the rumors say. Although that statement was also very rude. Prosecutor von Karma, would you allow us to investigate too? Something else. You think I would give information to a mere defense attorney? Mere defense attorney? Mere defense attorney. Maybe. Well, as I thought, it won't be that simple. However, I'll make a special exception in this room. Why did he change his mind so quickly? You, old bloodhound. Don't call me that. My name is Bad. Ha! A mere detective speaking back to me. No, you're just a person who happens to, prosecute cases. You are not divine. You're not some sort of, lady. No matter how his arrogance comes to be his undoing. I admire your courage at least. Bad, stand watch and see to it that we don't misbehave. Why me? I will not accept your refusal. Well then, I'll be investigating to stop you from next. I'm babysitting here. I wonder why he and von Karma aren't investigating together. Because he prefers dating solo. For, less than ethical reasons. And for questionable reasons, rather. Just don't trust that guy, ever. Especially not with your life. Instead of being on bad terms, it seems like they hardly know each other. Mr. Edwards, now that we've got Von Karma's permission, we can continue investigating. Yes, his manner bothers me, but I'm glad we can at least continue the investigation. Hold it. I also need to investigate this room. I don't want you disturbing the room, so you'll investigate after me. What? Aren't you the detective in charge of this case? Why haven't you investigated the room yet? Investigated this room yet? Detective in charge. So the initial investigation was a close colleague of Von Karma. Oh yeah, that's totally not suspicious at all. I came to take over for him, so I only just got this mention just recently. So that's why he and Von Karma aren't investigating together. Detective Bad, will you allow us to investigate what you were like before? In doing so, you'll be able to supervise us and also ensure we don't tamper with anything. Gregory smells their reasoning. The moment I watch you, you're a straight liar. Well, you're just presumptuous, Bad. But you were younger then, so makes sense. I'll just stick around. Hello. Yay! You did it, Mr. Edward! Thank you, Detective Bad. But if I decide you're holding up the investigation, you'll have to leave. Yes, I understand. Well then, let's begin the investigation. Again, and you. Ah! Okay. At least I'm not super tired. Okay. What are you looking at? I wonder. Don't turn around. If you do, you're only gonna eat the castle. This guy has serious issues. Or I'm on a diet. Oh yeah, diets. They suck. They suck a lot. Believe me. I was on a diet a while ago, and it was super painful for a variety of reasons. But yeah, I thought maybe it was some other things going on, but diets make sense. You get the craziest cravings, and it's not pleasant. You get crazy cravings for things you don't ordinarily eat. Sometimes, just the maddening the lack of any sort of solids or much solids, and as well as your previous routines being just thrown straight into the garbage bin. It's maddening. Oh well. But besides, the body's going to shout out in outrage, and it's not terribly pleasant either. Here are all the tools used to make desserts. Everything from a bucket of fresh cream to a brush and a trowel. Looks like a construction worker's tools. Hey now, boys. Don't turn the sweets mate under a sweet mate. That is a really awkward word. Under a sweet mate, the work of a pastry chef. It's completely different from construction work, where they cover the walls with cement. Use the trowel to smooth out cream and the brush to clean the uneven parts. How is that different from construction work? I talked to Alicia in a bit after checking out the props. It seems that this was the theme of Delicious Works, but it's not just the candy Cassie I'm curious about. Are we gonna have this argument? What is it, Mr. Turnip? Something about that ladder bothering you. Detective Bad? It's actually a Okay! That's apparently a very, very old joke. Okay. Detective Bad. It's actually a stepladder. They're both the same to me. They're completely different. Look at their basic nature. Yeah, Mr. Edward, you tell him. Okay. Sorry, it's just funny. Okay. Wait, is that a card again? No. There's a burner and some chemicals over here that are probably used to make desserts. What are these chemicals? The writing on the labels say number 1 puncher and number 9 suffering. Ah, they're poisons. No, they're both used to make desserts. Seem to be artificial flavor and color. That's kind of not the most auspicious titles. Punch out is a catch need for fruit punch as an essence. Very misleading. What bothers me is that what suffering stands for. Ah, right, okay. That's another panel. There's a cover on the wall, just like in Mr. Moss's room. Let's open it up. The room temperature is 68 Fahrenheit, and the lights are set to green. Gustav said, at 50 Fahrenheit, the ideal temperature for fresh cream. This room's temperature is too high. I wonder why? Why is that? This is intriguing. Let me just have a look at the logic. Why would that be, is the question. Why would that be? If this is done intentionally, maybe it was to hide something. Like the actual metal weapon. Maybe. I can't believe this amazing castle is made entirely out of confectionery. I know, what a work of fantasy. It's like a fairy tale world. You like all the fairy tale stuff, don't you? Sorry. I got a bit too excited, didn't I? No, it's interesting to me, since you're so enthusiastic about it. You're like my son. Your son is only in grade school, yet you prefer to read law books instead of fairy tales. I am worried that he won't be able to make any friends that he can talk to. You know, that's kind of it. Some people go into a later intellectual age much earlier. And in that case, it might be good to instead find some friends that are like-minded. What an interesting kid. I'd like to be his friend. I think you'd be more of an older brother to him. An older brother, huh? An older brother, huh? Well, I've got some growing up to do then. Yes, and that's why we have to continue with the investigation. But it's so different from back then. It's pretty much a nervous wreck and nervous timid wreck. Okay. Something seems to fit here. This pillar has a hexagonal recess. It looks like a pedestal, but it has nothing in it. The hexagonal reason, huh? I wonder what would have been pulling here. Put in there. Grr. Giant strawberry. Reflect the fresh cream. Take the bad. I don't think strawberries are hexagonal. I'll just open. I like that. It's interesting. Then I opened the banana. I think I prefer blueberries. That sounds funny, silly. Okay, fabric it seems. Castle doors are open. When someone opens the door, they really should remember to close it afterwards. Would he say that directly to Prosecutor von Karma though? Huh? Looks like there's some stuff inside. Let's see. Wait, Alexander, stay out of the way. You're not gonna be able to walk in there when you like that. This fresh cream melts too easily. Or it could be used as sabotage, I wonder. Looks like his bad shoes got covered in cream. Why were these objects kept inside the county castle? If there's anything we want to investigate. You better speak up now. It's the same thing, yes. I don't think there's anything else here that should be the same thing. And we can't walk into it as it is now. So, huh. Nothing else to see, so let's have a talk with Alicia. Wow, she's really tiny. Huh? It's delicious. You don't seem as energetic as you were earlier. Alicia. Can I just ask, did something happen with Karma? Yesy, nothing of the sort. But he just said Yesy. That Yesy just now is only a greeting. Greeting. You're such a cute boy, love. I like you. What's your first name? Yes, Raymond, but... Well, Ray, I think you'll make a good man of yourself someday. Ray? How about that? I think you have a way for British ladies. It's a little different from my image of a lady. Why don't we listen to what she has to say? And as is customary, let's present a badge. Because what's that? This badge is proof that I'm a defense attorney. Hi, I'll show you mine too. This chest hat is proof that I'm a pastry chef. Is that so? But aren't those sold in stores? Hey, it's not a hat that's important. It's the spirit you wear that hat that matters. So then, wouldn't that mean just about anyone can become a pastry chef? Oi, the thing you've got there is rather cute, Greggy. But the color is rather unappealing. Now, if I were to coat it with fresh cream... By the way, I'm not even trying, it's kind of interesting. I'm getting that, I want to say Yorkshire accent, I'm not positive. But that's what I think it is. And it just happens naturally. Stop it. What about this teapot? No. Comes drills, mansion key. You're probably not going to have anything to say about other things, but just in case, let's try. Just in case. Okay, that's the last of them, so that's very good. Okay. Could you tell me about your actions during the contest? Yes, see? We began making desserts for the contest around 10 o'clock. Basically, yeah. I was in here making my desserts the whole time. At 1:30, I done the afternoon tea for about an hour or so. Afternoon tea. It's a social occasion where conversation is had over black tea and cakes. So it's pretty much a tea party. A tea party. Well, I suppose. Oh, Greggy, you're a smart boy, aren't you? When did I become Greggy? Since last time you spoke with her. Where was the afternoon tea held? It took place in the gardens, outside the fountain patio. It's a customary break time during our... Gosh, it's so sad. Articulation is kind of hard sometimes. Hello, it's our customary break time during the contest. It's always held at the same time. Today there were just 3 of us who took part. Jeffy, Katie and me. Since Jeffy had already finished his creations, he was there from the beginning to end. Icy and Gusty didn't join in because they hadn't finished their desserts yet. So, everyone other than Mr. Dover and Mr. Gustavo participated. Yes, actually, I hadn't finished my dessert yet either. I just wanted to try some of Jeffrey's handmade pastries and Katie's fresh fruit tea. So, after I'd eaten my fill, I returned before everyone else. During a contest, do you enter any of the other contestants' rooms? Eh? What are you saying, love? What are you saying, love? Like, I'm getting the feel it helps to say that. Cause I feel like she should be saying that a lot more. Oh well. We found your fingerprints in the search of the crime scene. You found them? You found them. Are you admitting that you went to the scene of a murder? I admit it, but I'm not a murderer. It's the honest truth. Please hear me out. What were you doing in Mr. Master's room? Excuse me. Not sure this, I was studying his desserts. Studying? Because Jeff is so talented in making sweets. Well, nobody was in his room at the time, so I just decided to study his work for a bit. I see. But if you were to just look at it, you would neglect your fingerprints, the hand. Yeah? Yes, see. It's natural that I left fingerprints in the desserts. For the sake of research, I ate some of his desserts. I think that can easily get you disqualified, Alicia. Eh? Isn't that like stealing food? It couldn't be. The one who wrecked Mr. Master's room was... I'm sorry. It wasn't my intention to vandalize the room, but I did get a few parts of the desserts in the room. I secretly eat little bits and pieces that Jeff wouldn't find out. So, do you eat the ship's down as well? Yes, see, I did. The chocolate chip broke because of you. I'm sorry. And the reason she left the afternoon tea party was to preserve her appetite. But you got to believe me on this. I'm not a murderer. Your actions are sufficiently suspicious, but I won't press on it yet. Never so. I guess it's simple logic now. Okay. So we know that she wasn't there to study his asserts. It's in Delicious room. I think these two are connected at least. Yeah. Because it seems like a deliberate act in order to sabotage her. The reason the fresh cream is so fragile is due to the temperature in his room. So my shoes got creamed because the room temperature is set to 68 Fahrenheit. Speaking of which, when you open the castle door, the doorknob didn't break. Oh wait, maybe it was a method to get inside. That might be it. Although, where are the footprints then? Yeah, that was stronger than I thought. Strong? At the search? Detective Bad, could you have a closer look at the doorknob? Huh? This is. It would seem that this doorknob isn't a search. That's cheating! And it's not just a doorknob. This castle and the fairies. And this plastic mold coated in fresh cream. Then this isn't a dessert piece at all. It would seem to just fake desserts covered in fresh cream. Alicia was trying to teach. Interesting. Okay, so those are separate things to be placed here. It's like storeroom. Yeah, the inside of the candy castle isn't too dreamy. Hey, maybe the raw gemstones. Who knew that there was such treasures hidden within the castle? Seems like a rather careless way to handle treasure. Looks like there's something underneath the rocks. And there's a pedestal attached to both the rocks. Okay, now we know. And now that I'm looking at it, I do see a hexagonal shape. Of course, there's a pedestal for displaying the gems. Well, in any case, this is no ordinary object. So now we've established that they go down. Good. Eliminating more thoughts is good. The rock's pedestal has a similar shape to the recesses on the castle pillars. Perhaps the rock is meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh, that's right. They're both hexagonal. I wonder why they were hidden inside the castle, though. Maybe the castle has secret. Could you maybe place them there? No, I guess not. It's not safe to go in there yet. Oh well. But that should be the most of it, yeah? No? Really? There's something else I missed? I didn't think that. Okay. There rolls a blue cloth here. Looks that, there's 4 of them now. They certainly don't look like desserts. Yeah, I don't know what the cloth's for. It almost seems like it was hidden here inside the castle. Also, the color of this cloth looks familiar somehow. Does it? The blue cloths and the rocks inside the castle. I wonder if they belong to Delicia? Delicia? Those things in the castle, what are they used for? Those? I'm afraid I can't tell you, love. Looks like in common place. Keep them inside. I haven't found out. He'll get mad at me if I talk. Prosecutor from Karma doesn't intend on being upfront with this information. Ah, such a shame. We finally figured out where the rocks are supposed to go. Could it be that you're interested in my goods? Eh? Your goods? Those are my popular relaxation goods. You mean the rocks in the cloth? You see, that's right. You see, they're not actually rocks, but special lamps made from rock salt. Wow, so those are lamps. It gets even more exciting, because this cloth also has an amazing secret. As soon as we show an interest in goods, she became quite talkative. This way I've got them out. Come experience therapy, boys. Buddy, could you put everything up? It's not Batty, it's bad. So you want to do it? Is Batty being a bad boy? Hey! I didn't check your profile. But... oh, okay. Fair enough then. Oh, Laddie. I am done photographing with you. Yes, sir, I am. And go help, Delicia. Yes, sir, I'm on it. Thanks. I knew you were a good boy indeed, Batty. Miss Delicious, that was amazing. You impersonated Detective Bud. Thanks a lot, Batty. And you too, Frances. She's giving nicknames to everyone. She even gave the forensics a nickname. I think that's a way of showing she cares. It's so therapeutic about these things anyway. We don't have time for that now, Batty. The show's about to begin. Frances! Finishing touches, please, love. Yes, Mom. That's just cute. Cute little lady. Honestly. It's... wow, it's so beautiful. It really is. I wish my son could see this. Oh, I told you so, right? The 4 fairies and the curious candy castle. What's the theme of my work? It's so sparkling cute, right? It seems like one of them is missing something. The truth is, I planned to unveil it during the contest. Well, I'm glad I got to show it to you boys. Huh? It doesn't look like the rock salt lamps are lighting up. Huh? I wonder why. I think I need to examine the rocks of the fairies again. now they're here. Oh! Oh, we just found the middle weapon, it seems. Lady. It looks like both the lamps and the pillars are broken. Both the lamps are broken. Maybe they were dropped on the floor. There's some sort of red stain on this lamp surface. The stain? Could it be? That smell. There's no mistake in it. It's a blood stain. Eh? That's a blood stain? Why is there a blood stain in this lamp? I wonder if this has something to do with it. The lamp bulb being broken. I should also take a look at the other lamp here. There's a parallel problem, I guess. This is where Delicia originally intended for the lamps. I don't get why she put them in castle. If they're broken and don't light up, maybe you decide to put them out of the way? If she weren't out of the way, there are many other places to work. It's like the old saying, hide the salt in the sugar bag. I think the saying goes, hide a tree in the forest. If Delicia intended to use these lamps as decorations during the contest, it creates a contradiction with that piece of evidence. I need to deduce the contradiction of the scene. Unlike the other fairies, this one doesn't have a fluorescent cloth. It's delicious. It's alright to leave one out. I don't like it either. But one fluorescent cloth in the machine has gone missing. Well, what's the cloth? The machine? What sort of machine is it? Oi, let me tell you, love. Each piece of fluorescent cloth is hooked up to one of these machines. The machine is called a wave-alike device. Light is into the cable and into the cloth, which is made of optic fibers. It's fill around with a setting spin and goes into all sorts of colors. When it glows red, suddenly you sound an accent great. When it goes red, it's like a raging inferno. And when it goes blue, you can almost feel the glittering cool lights. It's powered by a long-lasting battery that's resistant to changes in the temperature. I'm not very familiar with this kind of devices. Miss Edgeworth is saying it's a machine that transmits light to a special cloth. I see. It's amazing what they come up with these days. Some rain black glass. And one fluorescent cloth are missing. Yes, see, that's right. Where could they be? This fluorescent cloth. Would it be related to this? What's the common rule say again? The test results will be judged starting from the left. Afterwards, all parties will meet in the death room. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. Is that it? I think it must be. Because it's not a permitted prop, is it? Yeah, desserts and blood. Lead you to consciously flinch. And decoration not made from desserts are prohibited. Yeah, she's been cheating a whole lot. These rock salt lamps and the fluorescent cloths go against the rules. So maybe that's why they were hidden in the castle? I wonder about that. I think we should investigate further into Delicia's actions. She's doing a lot of odd things. Let's check. Yeah, there's nothing here. Oh yeah, Delicia's looking really suspicious right now at least. Alright. It's getting a little late, so we should meet again in another game perhaps. Until then, humans, fairies, and yokai.